Uh, I should have made my video weeks ago. I should have done it. I should have done it. This feels like seeing a fucking altcoin that you had your eye on. You're like, I feel like it's gonna pop off. I should put some money in there. And then you don't. You check back in 2 weeks later and the shit's fucking jumping. You're like, fuck. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel. And you might be thinking, why antagonist? Why do you feel like that? The reason I feel like that is because this guy on YouTube goes by the name YBL. I was subscribed to him ages ago because this guy was on YouTube a while back and he popped back up recently, right? And when he popped back up, it appeared he was in the Philippines, okay? Now, initially, he posted a video and I was like, I don't know who this is. Like, you know, whenever someone's inactive for a long time and if you don't really remember them, if they pop back up randomly, but you will subscribe to them, you'll see like the new shit from them and you'll be like, who's this again? So I checked it out and I was like, okay, well, I see he's a black guy, black American dude traveling. So obviously I subscribed to him back when, you know, I saw his content in Brazil and I thought it was interesting. Cool. He seems to have pivoted how he's presenting himself online. This specific guy has literally come under fire because of a video he posted talking about his experience as a black man in Poland. Now, let it just be known, if for some reason you don't know, I am also black. I'm just British. I'm from the UK. And so I'm a black person who's lived my entire life in a country that is considered part of Europe. And in London specifically, anyone who lives here or who's been here will know we have tons of Polish people here. So it's interesting to me when I saw that video because I immediately had issues with it, but I don't want to talk about it straight away because I want to make sure I give the full context to my response, okay? Because I didn't just find this guy after everyone cussed him out. Like I said, I was subscribed to him before he even started posting recently. When he dropped the video about the Philippines, this is the reason why I'm saying, damn, I should have made the response ages ago. Because he came back, made a video. The video's up now. The video he's got up now about the Philippines is not the first upload of that video. This is the second upload, right? Because when he uploaded that video initially, he got like 2,000 views or something like that on it, and YouTube sniped the video, okay? They got rid of it. They was like, yeah, no, that shit's up out of it. So YouTube took his video down. This is very important for what I'm going to be saying in this video, okay? It's important to understand this. He's even got a community post where he says that YouTube deleted the video. But what is so hilarious, and I don't know if I've got the screenshot. If I do, I'll post it because I had screenshots from that video's original comment section where someone said to him that they're commenting on the video before it gets deleted. And he replied to the comment saying, it's not getting deleted. I knew from that moment, this dude is fucking delusional, okay? I knew from that moment, this guy does not know what the fuck he's talking about. He has no idea how any of this shit works. Because at the very beginning of that Philippines video, he's showing his little hidden camera footage, you know, the little clips and that of the girl, and you know what I'm saying, he's trying to censor it. And I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? Straight away, like before anything else in the video, because it got worse. But before anything else, just starting off with that alone, I was like, uh-oh, this guy's fucked up. This guy's fucked up. Like, I knew straight away, this digger is gonna have problems. If this is the direction he's going, because like I said, when I was subscribed to him, he had his video in Brazil with the goals and whatever, but he didn't have that type of shit. Like, he wasn't doing that. He just had videos where he was with the goals. Look, you could have hated on him, you could have said this, that, and whatever, but the videos were normal, right? In that sense. It wasn't things you could call scummy or whatever. But then he comes back with the Philippine shit. And I was like, oh, no, this guy is he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. To be honest, the only thing that shocks me is that it happened this quickly. That's the only thing that shocks me, okay? But I knew, like, I was like, one of these locations he goes to, he's going to post something and it's going to blow up in his face. I wanted to do a video. When he dropped the Philippines video, I wanted to do a response that same day that I saw the video, because I saw the video when it came out. And I wanted to do a response to him to tell him to chill the fuck out. Because I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. He wasn't even in Poland yet when I was talking about responding to him. So this is why it's like, damn, I should have said something, because maybe he wouldn't have listened to me, let's be real. But maybe it might have helped. Maybe he wouldn't have made the video the way he made it, right? Because The problem is he did the same thing with his Poland video that he did with the Philippines video. And the Philippines video, in my personal opinion, is actually worse. I actually think the Philippines video is worse than the Poland video, because the way he talks in the Philippines video is just, it is the epitome of fucking cringe. Okay, it is one of the worst things I have ever seen in terms of how a black man's conducting themselves on YouTube and how they're presenting. I'm sorry, it is. It is. And it's not because the things he's saying is things that men don't say. Let's be very clear. That's not what the problem is, okay? But I've got old videos you can go and watch where I constantly keep pointing it out, because I know no one watches my content, but this is why niggas should watch my content. Because if niggas watch my content, shit like this wouldn't happen. I have got old videos where I literally was saying, yo, black men, the way how we act when we go overseas, when we travel, we have to be mindful. The way you present yourself online, the content you're making, you need to be mindful, because the world is waiting for you, specifically as a nigga, to do something wrong. And this is the type of shit I'm talking about. This guy now is dealing with a whole heap of shit. And I hope you watch my video, my nigga, because I am going to tag you. The reason why you're dealing with a whole load of shit right now, if you're confused, because you seem like in your response video, like you just think they're just hating on me, because no, because I ain't white, okay? And then you might say, oh, but you from the UK, you British. Bro, look, I've got no incentive to hate on anyone, black or any white person or anyone. I've got no incentive to do that. All I have a problem with is goofiness, okay? My videos, I'm always going in on the people who are goofy, right? And I don't even make content like that, but whenever I feel like making a video, it's because I saw some goofy shit. When I saw your Philippines video, I felt compelled to make a video back then, because to me, that shit was some peak goofiness. It really was. It was one of the most ridiculous videos I've seen come out of the entire black travel space. It really was. And I'm not trying to say that to be horrible to you, but the reality is that that shit was cringe. It's even worse for the black American guys who don't do the goofiness, who are just regular guys that travel, because you're directly affecting their perception because you're of the same nationality as them. You still affect me, because at the end of the day, when people see me, they're just going to see a black man first. Now, that being said, because you're sitting there talking about, oh, these guys are just hating, you know, you got guys in the comment section, typical ass fucking Negro-splaining bullshit, where they want to sit there and talk about, oh, you know, these guys are just mad when they see a black man with a woman who's white, or when they see a black man winning, they gotta be mad. Listen, there is some truth to this, okay? There is some truth to this, but you niggas need to pick a fucking struggle, because when there were guys like Austin Holloman talking about how black men are perceived a certain way in South America, you South American simps wanted to jump out at the fucking window and say, no, that ain't true, and whatever, right? But it's like, it's only when you directly see a non-black person say something against a black person that your brain starts to trigger, oh, that's racist. Which is, it's hilarious, because even if the dude is trying to be racist, because there's two guys, the Asian guy, and I didn't watch the Asian dude's video, Where's I didn't watch his video, I don't give a fuck what he's got to say, but I watched Legion of Men's video, okay? And the way Legion of Men broke it down, I'm sorry, I watched the whole response, and I didn't see really much of anything wrong with what he's saying. Now, he might be a bit off when he's saying that no women in Europe will like black men, and that's not entirely accurate, but by and large, he's right. By and large, he's right. And even if you're talking about like in terms of preferences, yes, that's just the case. Okay, there's no nation really where you as a black man, especially if you're darker skinned, there's nowhere where you are the default preference for the majority of the people. That doesn't exist. I'm sorry, that's just a fact. It doesn't. Right? This is one of the things I've tried to tell you guys before in my videos, but again, niggas don't watch my shit. But they should. Because at the end of the day, it seems like no one's really putting any logical sense out into the space, and that's why you get shitty ass fucking content like this. And I'm sorry, it is shit. You sat there in your Philippines video talking about, you know, BBC and how tight they are, and bro, like it's embarrassing and it's cringe. And I'm not even an American, bro, and I still felt some type of way about the shit. Because I'm like, bro, like this is what people think. Because I've not been to the Philippines yet, but I've been to Thailand and stuff. But if I go to the Philippines, like, I don't want people looking at me thinking that I'm walking around and, you know, I'm about to drop a video like you're like, you get what I'm saying? Now, again, amongst us as guys, you can make these locker room type of discussions. Guys talk like this all the time. I get it. But my thing is why do you have to come to YouTube with it? Why? And the main issue is, and I want you guys to understand this, like, clearly, you and all them niggas in your comment section that are trying to sit there and act like the only reason everyone's talking shit is because they're racist. I want you guys to understand something. Even if there's some truth to it, even if some of these people are racist, because don't get it twisted. There are some people who are going to just straight up hate because they are racist, but you guys give validity to their points, and that's what you don't seem to understand. Even if there is a guy like Legion of Men or even Wes, even if they are sitting there and they're like, haha, here's the nigger, we caught the nigger in the nigger moment, haha, even if that's the case, why are you giving them something to have the comments on? Because I'm sitting there as a black person watching it, and I cringed before either of them even knew about you. Before you were even on their radar, when I saw your Philippines video, I was already thinking, I gotta respond to this. So if I was thinking that, I knew it was a matter of time before someone else would have the same idea. And then you drop the Poland video, and whilst in my opinion, it's not as bad as the Philippines one, it doesn't matter. It's no shock to me that eventually someone was gonna say something, because both of those videos are just terrible. They're in poor taste, bro. They're in poor taste. It's not a good look. It's not. And for you to be sitting there with your face out there, like, you really just don't have any fucking sense. Like, you really just do not care and do not think about your behavior. Even your video about New York, bro. Even the video in New York where you're talking about dating in New York City and even that was fucking goofy. Even that was goofy. And I'm not saying like you don't ever make good points or whatever, or you're not ever dropping some information that might be useful to certain people. But what I'm trying to say is that the presentation of it overall is distasteful. And what you got to understand is, as a black man specifically, being distasteful is something people are going to use against you at every opportunity. If you don't understand that, and if you don't care to understand that, then I don't have any care to see you continue to be on this fucking platform. Because as far as I'm concerned, you're part of the reason why the perception of us is fucked up. And I keep seeing it, and I'm sorry, it's constantly you guys from America, over and over again, bro. Like, I'm waiting for the day someone's gonna drop the link to one of us niggas from the UK doing this shit. When someone's gonna drop the link? Because you guys love to talk about, they're not like us, these guys are devils and whatever. Bro, I want you guys, like when you see Johnny Somali, because I made a video, I was gonna make a video about this as well, right? And this is an opportunity now, I'm gonna have to say this. Johnny Somali, he's Somalian, he's not American. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I'm sorry, you guys need to hold the fucking L, okay? You need to hold the L. You need to hold it because Johnny Somali is an American, bro. He was born and raised in America. He's an American citizen, okay? You need to hold the fucking L. This guy here, okay, YBL, whatever, this guy, he's a black American, okay? In fact, he's such a black American, that's the main crux of what he was complaining about with the Polish chicks talking about, you know, they don't make enough. And that was another thing. Before these response videos came out, when I saw the Poland video, I was like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, Poland is not some third world country. And what you need to do, instead of trying to deflect and trying to dodge accountability, is you need to sit back and ask yourself, why is it that all of these Negroes who seem to be on some bullshit are coming from my nation? Could it possibly be because the culture that I have just tends to create and cultivate this type of persona? Is that potentially the reason why? Is that potentially the reason why? This dude sitting there in Poland, he's sitting there mad talking about, oh, you know, you can't be having Western values without Western money, baby. What's he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about? When I saw that video, I was like, bro, this guy does not know where he's at. He doesn't know shit about this country. He does not know what he's talking about. And this is something that over here in the UK and in Europe, we already laugh at Americans for. We've always stereotyped them as this. This isn't just something that started recently. This isn't even something that is attributed to black Americans. This is Americans in general, white Americans, whoever. We have a thing where we tend to laugh at the fact that Americans, if they was to do geography, don't know shit. We're not going to go over to Poland and think, well, I've got Great British pounds, which, by the way, has stronger value in terms of currency exchange than the dollar does. We don't go over to these countries thinking, well, I've got Great British pounds, so therefore you should do what I say. And any British person who does think like that, the rest of us are going to look at them like they're crazy. Let's put it like this. You guys have no tact. That's your problem. You don't have tact. You don't have decorum. You don't know how to just do things without having to be so blatantly explicit and, you know, obnoxious about it. That's what the problem is with you guys in America. And you black Americans who are newer onto the scene, and I'm not talking about the military dudes, because the military dudes, they will constantly say they moved in silence. That's why you'll usually see is the niggas from the military who were traveling in the 90s and that. That's usually the niggas who are in the comment section saying, yo, when we traveled, we just kept it on the rocks. We kept it clean. We kept it quiet. You guys are too loud. You're doing too much. Guys have been saying this for ages now. They've been saying it for years. Ever since the Post Bro movement blew up, everyone been saying, yo, you guys are too loud. You're doing too much. But you guys just keep on going. And it's going to mean that guys like this YBL dude, he comes onto the scene thinking, yeah, I can do that too. And this is what happens. And his whole argument is, oh, they're just hating. Oh, my video was for entertainment. Oh, no, bro, you're not gonna, oh, it's just a prank, bro. You're not gonna do that to us. You're not gonna hit us with it's just a prank, bro. No, you're not gonna hit us with that. And at the time of me making this right now, you've deleted that video. You deleted the video on Poland. Why did you delete the video about Poland, bro? Why did you delete it? You deleted it because you know full well that the way how you was talking in that video was some bullshit. You deleted it because you know you're goofy. You know what I'm saying? Now, realistically, you probably don't think that. Realistically, what it is you probably just couldn't deal with the heat and you was like, fuck it, let me take it down. But you see, just like your Philippines video, when YouTube sniped the video, why didn't you learn? You thought, oh, nah, like it's all cool. Nah, YouTube ain't gonna delete the video. Why did you think YouTube would keep the video up? And then why did you go on to making another video in New York and another video in Poland thinking like, yeah, this is cool? It's not fucking cool, bro. And what you gotta understand is that the problem with what you're doing is when you're posting little clips of women without their consent and stuff like that, bro, this is some Diddy type of energy. And speaking of that, with that going on right now, which, you know, that's a prominent, well-known black figure in your country again, black American again, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something you guys need to reevaluate about your culture over there to start fucking figuring out what's creating these niggas. Because the reality is it's not good, bro. It's not good. Like right now, if a woman from Poland jumped out, like the girl you had in your video, if someone finds her and decides to start questioning about it, and then she comes out and is like trying to get away from the heat, and so then she accuses you or something, you're fucked. Because nobody's gonna believe anything you say. Even if you didn't do anything, if she ever was to come out and be like, oh, you know, I didn't want to be in a video with him, but you know, he said this and and he tried to coerce me. Let's just say she did come out and made up a whole bunch of cap. Let's just say that happened, right? See, the problem is because of how you depicted yourself on YouTube and how you basically doubled down on it, or you've not really shown much accountability, you are going to be seen as guilty. Because even men who have a mostly squeaky clean image, even they get put through it a lot of the time. So what do you think is going to happen to someone like you, where you literally are showing yourself as being that type of person, where you seem to pride yourself on that on that type of energy? That's what it is. You're setting yourself up to get the Diddy treatment. Because I'm going to be real. If I heard something like that about you, like if someone told me that you there with the hundreds of bottles of, you know, the babe oil and that, I'd believe them. I'd at least be inclined to believe them. They might be exaggerating a little bit, but I'd be like, no, I can see it. It's just like Diddy. All of us that been knowing about the hip hop industry and been knowing about it, bro, we knew from ages ago that this guy was what he was. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the question is why is it that, you know, in America, you black people, like a lot of you guys you're cool with the fuckery. You're cool with the dysfunction. And it ain't just you. In the UK, it's the same thing. A lot of the niggas here ain't shit either. That's the truth. But the difference with us and with you guys is you publicize your fuckery way more than we do. Way more. You guys love to put cameras on everything. And that's the reason why everyone knows about your fuckery more than anyone else's, because you guys publicize it the most. Like this guy right here, there was no one who made him do this. No one made him post these little hidden camera fucking clips of these girls, bro. No one made him put these videos together where he's talking about, you know, yeah, she's tight, and you know, me and my friend, you know, he measured this girl's throat. Like, no one told him to start making this stupid ass shit. No one told him to do that. But for some reason in his mind, he genuinely believes that's cool. And he genuinely believes that anyone going against him is in the wrong. He really believes this shit. And the worst part is, the only people who seem to be sitting there co-signing it is who? Black American people. Now, again, I've seen some Black Americans say what he's doing is goofy, salute to them. But the problem is it's always you niggas that want to defend fuckery. It's always niggas who want to defend dysfunction. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it. Like, this is the type of shit that needs to get called out. I just wish it had been me first, because at least it would have been another black person. I may not be American, but at least it would have been another black man calling me out first. I wish I'd done it, because it's annoying me now that it had to, it's taken this Asian dude and this white dude to say something. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just because at the end of the day, bro, like, this is what's going to happen. You're going to attract this attention, and people are going to use it as an excuse. Yes, there are going to be people who are just straight racist. Yes. And so what? Okay, and what's your point? Oh man, they just don't want to see a black man win. And? So what? There's a lot of black people who don't want to see a black person win. What's your fucking point? So what? Your video in and of itself was distasteful. It's not even about, it doesn't matter whether a white dude made it or an Asian cat made it. That video in and of itself would get flamed, period. Your Philippines video got sniped off the internet by YouTube itself. Wes didn't even know you existed back then, and neither did fucking Bo from Legion of Men. This dude didn't, these people didn't know about you yet. YouTube itself sniped your video. Why? Because what you did was just a violation of the terms, bro. So you continued with the same style, skirting the line, just about grazing past the fucking community guidelines, and you're surprised that eventually someone was going to see it and feel some type of way. Because you got to understand something as well. Whenever you talk negatively about a country, there's going to be people from that country or who like that country or associate who are going to say something. Even without all of the distasteful shit. Even if you're just being really, even if you had sat there in a suit, top button done up, tight as hell, and you were being extremely politically correct. If you were saying something about Poland not being good just in general as a travel destination, removing all the racial rhetoric, if you just said, I just don't, even if you didn't show your face, so no one even knew you was black, and let's say you had the whitest sounding voice ever, I personally just don't like the country of Poland. Even if you came like that, there'd still be people who would have an issue with your video. It wouldn't be like this, but you'd still get pushback, because there'd be people who'd be like, oh, I'm Polish and that's not this, or I've lived in Poland for 25 years and it's great. And there's always going to be people who disagree with your opinions. You're always going to get pushback. That's not the problem. And these people don't necessarily hate you or hate the fact you're black or whatever. There's always going to be people who have pushback. But when you specifically jump online and use the fact of you being black as like you're trying to get out of jail free card, which is ironic because being black is the last thing that's going to get you out of jail, let's be real. But when you try and use that kind of thing to like try and save yourself, like, oh, they're just being racist, or oh, they're just jealous because blah blah blah, like, bro, your entire mentality is cooked. I can tell. Even when someone asks you in the fucking response stream, they're saying, what do you do to make money? And you say, I manage OnlyFans girls. Yeah, I manage free OnlyFans girls. You just sound like a scummy guy, bro. That you just don't, everything in your life revolves around the box. It does. And that's why it was hilarious when in the stream you're saying, oh, getting pussy's not that serious, guys. It's not that serious, It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but all your content revolves around it, though. You didn't make any videos in Poland about just going to Poland and talking about the country itself. And you're like, oh, but, it gets the views, it gets the numbers. No, it doesn't. Because your Poland video, before anyone responded to it, didn't have that much views, bro. Until Wes made his video, your video didn't have that much views. It had like maybe 2,000 at most organically. Okay? And it wasn't growing that fast. So no, your video wasn't doing any real numbers. Your subscriber count didn't jump up from doing the Poland video. Okay? That's not what happened. Even now with these responses, these guys have gotten paid more. They've gotten more in the last few days off of your video than you got off of any videos you've uploaded all this year. That's a fact. Okay, so like, you need to understand that the only people who are benefiting and growing off of that video you did in Poland are the people who are in opposition against you. No one else. Okay, you're not growing off of that. And actually, you've done permanent damage to your brand. And what's so fucked about it is, there's certain things on YouTube, right? Because I want this to be a teachable moment to anyone else who's listening to this as well. There's certain things that if you post them online, it's extremely hard to come back from. And this is that type of thing. This is something where it is very hard for you to come back from this. And you would have maybe had a chance if when you did your response, you seemed a lot more accountable and a lot more, regretful about how you presented the video. But you wasn't. You were pretty much tried to sidestep accountability by acting like, oh, well, the reason why I made it is for entertainment and and you tried to act like it's just a joke. But for a damn fact it wasn't. And at the end of the day, posting little clips of goals and all that, like, that's not, bro, like, and I'm going to be real, I'm going to be a real dude right now, okay? Even if, you know, because guys, I know how we do. Even if you're going to have the clips and, you know, that's something you keep between you and the boys. That's something you show, you know, after your trip, like, oh yeah, I had this goal, and that's something you keep in-house. You don't put it on YouTube, on Front Street, on a public platform where anyone can see it. And what are you doing, bro? Like, it's just like, what is this goofy? You're a grown-ass dude. I don't understand. How do you not understand this shit? Why do you not see how this is a bad look? I don't get it, bro. I don't understand. And I'm just going to reiterate this one final point, okay? Because I want to close out the video. But look, you guys in America, I want you to really sit back and pay attention. Okay, these are the types of dudes that you produce. These are the guys that you got representing you out here. You've got some guys who ain't like this, but I'm going to be honest with you. Overall, since the passport bro thing has blown up, since I've seen all these guys out here traveling, making content, I have to be completely honest with you. There are very, very few examples of guys that have come out in recent years that are not a bad look. And even the ones who start off somewhat decently, like this guy, initially when I saw his content in Brazil, I was like, okay, it's all right. You know what I mean? I liked how he kind of shot the videos and whatever. I thought, okay, this guy's got some potential maybe, right? It was, again, like I said, it wasn't scummy type of stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe we can see what we can do here, right? But then it became this. And this is the problem. It's like it's always a matter of time before the goofiness comes through. It's always a matter of time. Let me tell you something right now. The next Negro you see who jumps online, some black American dude, he's like, yo man, I'm out here in Thailand. I guarantee it's a matter of videos before the goofiness starts. If it ain't the first or second video, you best believe it's about to be the third or the fourth. Guaranteed. There's something about you guys where you just can't help yourselves. Like your culture, your energy, the things you are attracted to, it lends itself to these types of results, to these types of outcomes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of stuff that tends to happen. Now, other guys maybe ain't as, you know, they ain't posting things that's as easy to attack as maybe what this guy's doing. But it doesn't change the fact that overall, the way you guys act and present yourself is goofy. And I've made videos on some of the goofiness before. For all you guys in America, okay, that keep on having these type of guys come out, you see the Johnny Somalis of the world and all this, right? I want you to ask yourself this question, because you guys want to never claim it, or you want to act like it ain't all. I want you to answer this question for me. Look at Johnny Somali and tell me this. Why is it Johnny Somali is from America? Why is it that, you know, you don't see the Somalian people from the UK doing this? Because in the UK, we have tons of Somalian people. I know a lot of Somalian people personally. And I know a lot of Somalian people who travel. I don't know a single one of them that's a Johnny Somali. I don't know a single one of them that's doing IRL streams and doing foolishness in next countries. I don't know a single one of them. And neither do you. And that's my point. It's not about, oh, he's Somali, that's the reason. No. Because then why aren't all the Somali niggas doing this shit? Okay? The common thread is that no matter where the person's from, because this guy YBL, he ain't Somali. Alright? You got niggas like Floyd. You guys know who Floyd is. Floyd, who was always around Austin. He's done nonsense his entire YouTube career. These guys are not from Africa. Alright? I don't care what they look like. They're American born and raised. And that's the common thread between all of them, is that they come from the land of opportunity. And America's great in many respects, and there's things about it that I respect, and there's things about it that I like. And that's why I think you guys need to really pay attention to these undesirables and these people who are doing all this extraness and making you guys look bad. And you need to really bring the fucking hammer down on them, because they are a bad look. And I'm just annoyed I didn't make the video earlier, because it shouldn't take for the Asian dude and the white dude to come out and say something for that to be the response. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand this guy didn't have a lot of views, so a lot of you maybe didn't know, didn't see the content, whatever. But honestly, a lot of black American dudes, like, I don't think a lot of you have too much smoke for this type of content. I don't. I think a lot of you probably think, oh, it is what it is, or, you know, you see the pushback, and because it came from a white guy now or Asian guy, now you're going to immediately, instead of looking at the criticism, some of you are just going to take it as, oh, they're just hating on a black man winning. And that's your problem. Because even me, being from the UK, even if I'd made a response video, some of you would have just been like, oh, you just hating because you from the UK. They not like us. They always hating on us. They say, and that's the problem. You guys are constant victims, bro. And that's why no one really fucking respects you or likes you overall. And I keep trying to tell you guys this, but you don't want to hear it. And that's fine. Don't listen. Don't listen. But you're just going to get more of this. Because trust and believe, this won't be the end of this. This ain't going to be the last guy. Even if YB, I don't know what that's going to be with him. I don't know what's happening next with him. But I'm telling you right now, in 2025, we're going to have more clowns like this. We're going to have more. And it's going to continue. And there's going to be more guys that make response videos and get paid off of it and whatever. And hey, maybe I'll be one of them. But for now, I've said my piece on this. YBL, my nigga, I don't know what you're going to do going forward, but you need to figure it out. If I were you, I would do a whole rebrand. I would seek the Lord or something, because it's hard to come back from this. It's hard to come back from this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe just fall back and manage your OnlyFans goals or whatever it is you do. I don't know, but just don't do this, because them dudes aside, your channel won't last. And yeah, it's going to be hard to come back from that. So good luck. Good luck. And for the rest of you out there who have watched it to this point, I appreciate you. But please understand, if you know better, do better. Black men in particular, we need to improve our image. This does not help us. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the future.